If you've been waiting for your avoidant ex to finally realize what they lost, I need you to hear this. The harder you try to make them see your value, the faster they run. But there's one specific shift in your behavior that flips everything. And it's probably the opposite of what you've been doing. Here's what nobody tells you about avoidance. They don't come back because you finally said the right thing or gave them enough space. They come back when they feel something they're not used to feeling. And that feeling only shows up when you stop doing the one thing that's been pushing them away this whole time. In this video, I'm going to break down the exact psychological shift that makes avoidance panic and come running back. And stick around, because later, I'm going to explain why this shift actually works on a deeper level, and what you need to understand about your own worth in all of this. Because the real power isn't in getting them back. It's in what happens to you when you stop trying. When you got close, their brain didn't register safety. It registered threat. Their nervous system is wired to associate intimacy with loss of control. So when you texted more, opened up about your feelings, or tried to define the relationship, their brain hit the panic button, and they ran. Here's where most people mess up. They think the solution is to prove they're safe, so they chase, reassure, or try to logic their way back in. But that just confirms the avoidant's worst fear, that you need them, that they're responsible for your emotions, and that staying means losing themselves. If this is already clicking for you, drop a like so I know we're on the same page. Most people try one of three things. They go no contact, hoping the avoidant panics. They stay available, hoping the avoidant feels safe enough to return. Or they try to have a deep conversation about needs and boundaries. No contact works, but only if you're doing it for you, not as a strategy. Avoidance can smell manipulation from a mile away. If your energy is still attached, still waiting, still checking if they've noticed you're gone, they will feel it. Staying available just makes you the backup plan. There's no tension, no mystery, no reason for them to face their fear of intimacy. And the big emotional talk? That's like throwing someone who's afraid of water into the deep end. It backfires almost every time. So what actually works? The shift I'm about to explain isn't about playing games. It's about becoming the kind of person who doesn't need them to come back. And that energy shift is what changes everything. Avoidants come back when they feel loss. Real loss. Not the kind where you're still liking their photos or texting happy birthday. They come back when they realize you've actually moved on. When your life got better without them. When you stopped making them the center of your world. Psychologically, this taps into intermittent reinforcement. When avoidance had you, you were predictable, available, boring. But when you're gone, actually gone, their brain starts to wonder, did I mess up? Was that person actually different? Here's the key. You can't fake this. If you're posting thirst traps hoping they'll see, if you're going out just to make them jealous, if you're still mentally obsessing over when they'll reach out, you're not really gone. You're just performing, and they'll sense it. But when you actually start enjoying your life again, when you stop checking their social media, stop replaying the breakup in your head, stop hoping for closure, that's when the shift happens. Because now you're not running away from them, you're running toward yourself. And that energy is magnetic. This is the part where most people either get it or they don't. The version of you that's chasing, is operating from scarcity. You're basically telling them and yourself that your life isn't complete without them. But the version of you that's genuinely moved on, that version is operating from abundance. You're showing them that you're fine either way. And ironically, that's what makes them want to come back. Comment below and be honest. What's the hardest part about actually letting go and focusing on yourself instead of waiting for them to come back? Here's what I really need you to understand. You can do everything right, and they still might not choose you. And that's not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their capacity. Some avoidants do the work. They go to therapy, face their fears, and learn healthier patterns. But most don't. Most just find someone new to repeat the same cycle with. So yes, focusing on yourself and walking away might bring them back. But the real win isn't them coming back. The real win is you realizing you don't need them to. Because when you finally build a life that feels full without them, you stop attracting people who can't meet you where you are. You start showing up differently in every relationship. You stop tolerating breadcrumbs. You stop waiting around for someone to see your value. And here's the thing that nobody talks about. When you make this shift, when you genuinely stop needing them back, one of two things happens. Either they come back and actually show up differently because they can feel that you're not the same person anymore. Or they don't come back, and you realize you don't even care because your life got so much better without them. If this is giving you a new perspective, hit that like button because it helps more people find this video who really need to hear it. Stop waiting. Stop checking if they watched your story. Stop analyzing their every move. Stop replaying conversations in your head trying to figure out what you did wrong. Start building a life that's so good, so full, so aligned with who you actually are, that whether they come back or not doesn't even matter anymore. The version of you that's chasing and waiting isn't attractive to anyone, including yourself. But the version of you that knows your worth, sets boundaries, and walks away when you're not being treated right, that version is unstoppable. That version doesn't sit around hoping someone will choose them. That version makes choices. And if your avoidant comes back when you're in that energy, great, but they better show up differently. And if they don't, you'll already be too busy living your life to care. What's one thing you're going to start doing today to focus on yourself instead of waiting for them? Drop it in the comments because I genuinely want to know what step you're taking next. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.